You know, I've gone on the record for saying that I hate guitars with Floyd Roses, but today, that all changes. What's going on, guys? How you doing today? Today we have a guitar from Ernie Ball Music Man, and it's kind of like completing or continuing this journey that I'm on, this huge Ernie Ball Music Man kick, and playing the guitars from the man named John Petrucci. Today we're checking out the Ernie Ball Music Man JP16. So what separates the 15 from the 16, and ultimately all of John Petrucci's signature models minus the Majesty, you know, and the Monarchy, that stuff, that's a whole separate beast. You know, what separates these from his, like, what he's done before is the fact that they all had floating tremolos, but they weren't Floyd Roses. John Petrucci played Floyd Rose guitars, I believe it was Ibanez in the early days, and then he kind of, as his guitar taste progressed and as he continued to work with Ernie Ball Music Man, he shied away from the Floyd Rose, and then he ultimately just went with locking tuners and a non-locking tremolo system. For the JP16, he decided to go back to his roots, so to speak, because he knows a lot of his fans and a lot of guitar players alike are accustomed to Floyd Roses and like Floyd Roses, so here we are today with the JP16. So to continue on with the specs of this guitar, for the record, it is all pretty much the same as the JP15 minus the Floyd Rose. That's like the only huge difference. Still 17-inch radius, stainless steel frets, ebony board, smoky ebony, that is something different. It's not a roasted maple. However, there's a roasted maple neck, so that's similar. It's still got the same oil finish, which I absolutely love. Bolt on, no piezo system, which is something that I personally like. I don't like a lot of bells and whistles and tricks and, like, you know, had like 2 output jacks and like all this like fancy schmancy stuff. Piezo system's cool, or piezo, however you want to pronounce it. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm playing metal, I don't really need that. If I want to get acoustic sound, I'll just play an acoustic guitar, you know what I mean? Like, why don't, you don't really need it. Schaller tuners are not locking because you got a locking tremolo system here at Floyd Rose 1000 series, as well as the locking nut. And then you still have the volume boost, as well as the coil tap. One major difference I forgot to mention is the pickups. They are still DiMarzio pickups, however they are not the Illuminators, they are the Sonic Ecstasy. They come in the JP16 as well as the Majesty Monarchy. They're kind of like the new version of John Petrucci's pickups. So that's all the specs for this guitar for this song. Can you guess? No, not in drop B. I am in standard, boring, plain old standard tuning for this song, okay? Going back to the roots of Dream Theater, kind of keeping it, you know, just changing it up a bit, let's say that. So I'm in standard tuning. When we come back, talk about what I liked, what I didn't like with this guitar, and ultimately my overall summary of the JP16. So here is the song. So that's what this thing sounds like. Disclaimer, I know a lot of people in the past when I've had a lot of effects on my songs and like, oh, that's not what that sounds like playing through a clean channel, dude. What's with all this distortion and, ambience? Relax, relax. Two things I have to say about that. Why are you playing a John Petrucci guitar on a clean channel? First off, that's boring. Why don't you just like get some balls and play some metal with it, you know what I mean? And number two, if you really don't like how I'm playing the guitar, go buy it yourself, man. How about that? So I've just had to say that. There's just like usually, two bad apples in the whole bunch. I got a lot of great fans and great subscribers here. If you'd like to be one of them, please hit that subscribe button, alright? I really appreciate it. So we'll start with the negatives of this guitar first. I have two negatives I can say about this guitar, and they're not that bad. The first negative is this forearm cut here. The scooped out part here. That was on the original John Petrucci Music Man back in the day that he brought back for this. I don't like it. It's like I'm too close to my body, and it feels like I'm playing with T-Rex arms in a way. It's like, I know that's exaggerated, but that's what I feel like. I like having my arm out, kind of winged out like that. So when I'm playing a little close and it's a little uncomfortable, a little awkward. I like having that big chunk, not edgy chunk, but that rounded contour chunk of wood underneath my arm. And the other negative, it's not even a negative. I can't even say it's a negative. The other thing that it's growing on me is the Floyd Rose. I said in the beginning, in the intro of this video, I talked a lot of crap about Floyd Roses in the past. I could never keep them in tune and they sucked, and my experiences have been very, very poor and not pleasant, to say at least, with Floyd Roses. I don't even want to get into it. But with this guitar, I was doing some cool little whammy bar tricks, as you saw in the song, and it stayed in tune. So we'll give it a shot, alright? Again, this isn't a negative. I talked a lot of crap. However, I've never played one of these guitars, and this stays in tune and is properly set up, and I've taken good care of it, making sure it stays in tune. So we'll see. We'll see what the future holds for myself and this Floyd Rose system. Now let's start to the positives. First off, positive is the look of this guitar. The metallic black's all well and good, but I love the smoky ebony fretboard. I think it looks super sharp, especially with the natural headstock and matching natural neck. I think it looks sharp, man. I think it looks very, very cool and elegant. It's not flashy. It's not like the blueberry burst or even the teal that I loved. It's just like, there's a time and a place for those exotic colors and, in your face colors. And when you want something mean looking and kind of stripped down, which I'll get to in a second. When you want something mean looking and stripped down, I like this look. Ebony, metallic black, kind of like the Jim Root. It looks just like the Jim Root stuff. So I like that. The finish, the color, the fretboard, the overall aesthetic, I love it. To continue, one thing I also love about this guitar is, like I just said, the stripped downness of this guitar. I didn't really like the stereo output jacks and the piezo system with the JP16 and the Majesty stuff. Again, there's a time and a place for that, and I get it. It's cool, but to me it's kind of like a gimmick, man. It really, I don't know. It's like, if you want an acoustic sound, why don't you just play an acoustic? It's like a tool, but it's how many bells and whistles do you need, man? I don't know. It's like if you had an electric guitar with a hole cut out like an acoustic, and you had, a pickup, let's say an EMG in there at the same time, and you have acoustic strings on it, and but you're playing metal. It's like what are you doing? I don't know. It's not for me. I get it. There's a time and a place. Again, if that's your thing, good for you, man. For me, I like stripped down. If I'm gonna be playing metal, I want a metal guitar. Again, that's why I love my Jim Root. I love the fact that it's just one volume and an EMG. People talk a lot of crap about EMGs. However, that's what it's good at. I like this guitar for that same reason. It's good at, not having too many bells and whistles. When you have too many things on a guitar and you're trying to do too much with it, I think it becomes kind of gimmicky and kind of tacky. You know what I mean? So I like the fact that the piezo system is gone on this guitar. I also get confused because a lot of times I hit the piezo system up here, and it turns out I thought I was switching to the neck pickup, and then now I'm playing acoustic stuff. I hated that. So things are out of the way. No piezo system, no stereo output jack. Less is more. I like that. And we'll go with one final positive. I like the Sonic Ecstasy pickups. I think, for my ears, I know everybody goes on this forever debate about tone and what they hear in guitars and music, blah, 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 blah. For me, I like the Sonic Ecstasies. I don't know if I like them more than the Illuminators, but I like them for what they are. I felt like it was a little more grainier and grittier to my ears. I felt like the Illuminators were a little more rounded, kind of like my JP15. But with these, I think they're more bitey. I don't know. I could be way off, but however, I do think I hear a little bit of a difference, and so I wouldn't say again that I like them more than the Illuminators. However, I do like them because it is a different change of pace and is something new for the JP16. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments of this guitar. Let me know what you thought of the song. Let me know your overall opinion of how this thing sounded, okay? Again, thank you so much for your support, guys. I really, really appreciate it. I want to take the time and effort in this video to say thank you. I'm really, really fortunate and just humbled by your support and your feedback and just interacting with me on my channel. It's grown since the baby days of when I had my first shoulder surgery, and we're slowly getting there, but your guys' support means the utmost to me, and I just can't thank you enough. I really, really appreciate that. I'm not just saying that as a tacky cliche thing. Sincerely, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So that's it for this video, guys. Again, let me know down in the comments what you thought of the JP16. Please hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already. Welcome to my channel if you're brand new. Please hit that subscribe button and join my family, alright? As always, dudes, stay metal, and I'll see you guys next time.